Okay. I hope I'm audible. Mubin, am I audible? Mushahid, Mushahid, am I audible? Amit,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, you are.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what's wrong with the internet today. I am now connected with the wireless network. I don't know why my wired network is not connecting. Hopefully, it will connect, but we can still manage with this wireless connection. So I created this stack, uh, this interface with two methods. One is for push and another one is for pop, right? So what I'm going to do, we create a simple stack which implements my stack. You know, it because implements my stack, so it is the responsibility of simple stack to give implementation for push method and pop method. Otherwise, you know, this simple stack will itself be declared as abstract. So in order for simple stack to store values, it needs to have some placeholder, some, you know, array variable. So I can write this as values, and initially this is not having anything. With simple stack, we have this constructor of simple stack in which it will accept the size of the stack, right? So we'll say value is equal to new integer of size. So we'll create an array of integer capable of holding number of values which are equal to size. Now, once if this is done, the next thing, I mean, if you can see here, if I try to compile it without implementing push and pop, then, you know, compiler will complain. If I say simple stack.java, you can see simple stack is not abstract and does not override a method pop in the stack, right? And as soon as we implement pop, it will also complain for push, right? There is a solution. I mean, we can leave this class as an abstract, then we can compile it. I mean, we say, yes, we are implementing my stack, but because we are declaring this as an abstract class, so without implementation, we can still get away with it. We can compile the code. You can see here, if I now compile, it's okay, right? But you know the issue. The issue will be now we won't be able to create object of simple stack. We can declare it's a reference, but we cannot create object of this. Right. Okay. Now let's first implement push method, void push integer value. Right. And then we say if we also need top of stack, along with values, we also need top of stack, which is initially -1. Right. So we say if top of stack is equal to one less than values, values dot length -1. So if the top of a stack is 9, which means that we've already pushed 10 values from 0 to 9, so we should not push any more value, otherwise it will be an array index out of bounds exception. So we say that if top of stack is equal to this value, then we can write here, we can simply write here, for example, a simple message that stack is full, right? So we cannot push any more value inside the stack, right? But if that is not true, if there is some space in the stack, So what we'll do, we'll say that values plus top of stack equal to, we are going to push the value that we receive from here. Right. So there are two possibilities. Either stack is full. In that case, we display a message. Otherwise, if there is some space in the stack, we are going to push next value. Okay. Now, this is partial implementation of my stack. I mean, inside my stack interface, we had push method and we had pop method. We have given implementation of push method, but still we have not given implementation of pop method. So you know that even then it will be complaining. You know, this will say that you should implement pop method. Simple thread is not abstract and does not override method pop. So it says we have to do it. And even in the push, there is an error. You know what is error? Eh? I told you this before the break. What is error here? Can you answer? The one who wants to answer, raise hand. Can you identify what is the error? Yes, Amit, go ahead. Yes, Amit, go ahead.
सर हम असाइन कर रहे हैं वीकर सर उसको मतलब मॉडिफायर दे रहे हैं सर ये इशू हो रहा है क्योंकि सर हम वो डिफॉल्ट है ना सर
ओके
ऑटो डिफॉल्ट उसने किया हुआ है
ओके हमने इसको किया हुआ है। देखिए बाय डिफॉल्ट ये पब्लिक है ना, एंड
जी
पब्लिक
सर
कैन नॉट बी कन्वर्टेड टू डिफॉल्ट, सो वी हैव टू मेक इट पब्लिक।
पब्लिक
सही है ना?
यस सर
चलिए,
जी
ग्रेट
सर
ग्रेट ग्रेट, एक्सीलेंट, शाबाश। एंड देन वी आल्सो नीड टू गिव implementation of pop. So pop will return a value, and you know it will return a value if top of stack is equal to -1. This will suggest that stack is empty. So we'll display a message, system.out.println will say that stack is empty, that we cannot return any value from the stack. Right. So in that case, we say, for example, return -1 because there is a return statement. So we have to return something. Right. Else, if there is something in the stack, what we do, we say return from values top of stack minus. We say that return something from top of stack. Right. Now in this simple stack, we have implemented both push and pop. So now this should be compilable. So you can see here Java C simple stack.java. Now it has been compiled. Right. So I can have a third, say for example, notepad where I have class stack interface there. Right here I say I have got public static void main string arg. Right. Okay. Inside this, what I'm going to do, I create object of simple stack. Right. I create object of simple stack. Simple stack equal to new simple stack. Do you think I can create object by using default constructor? What do you think, guys? Who want to answer this question? Is this okay? I'm going to create object of simple stack by using default constructor. Is it okay? Raise hand, the one who want to answer. Do you see any problem in this? Mushahid, Mushahid, what do you think? Mushahid, what do you think? Mushahid, you can unmute yourself to answer.
No idea, sir.
Why?
सर मेरा जहन कुछ कहीं और था.
Come on यार, ये गलत बात है ना, ये मास्टर जो है ना इवें ही फिर झक मार रहा है।
सर किसी और चीज में मसरूफ हो गया तो ये बात समझ नहीं आई।
सायका व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
Sir, I think okay.
You think okay? Come on, Kanchan, what do you think?
Sir, I think it's okay.
Please. Why Mubin is always answering these simple questions? Yes, Mubin, go ahead.
सर आपका क्वेश्चन ये है ना कि जो सिंपल स्टैक है जो आपने माय इंटरफेस को इंप्लीमेंट किया है वो उसका वो बनाया है आपने ऑब्जेक्ट।
हाँ।
यस सर, ये बन सकता है।
Mubin, see this. I'm creating an object and see the class definition. Simple stack. आप कह रहे हैं कि ऑब्जेक्ट बन सकता है?
नो नो सर, इसमें पैरामीटर पास होगा।
हाँ ना, डिफॉल्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर नहीं है ना?
डिफॉल्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर नहीं है, पैरामीटर पास होगा।
Exactly. Let's try it. Java C simple. What is the name? The name of file.
सिंपल स्टैक
Interface demo.
स्टैक इंटरफेस डेमो।
Stack interface demo dot Java. So you can see here Java C stack interface demo dot Java. Constructor is not available. You can see simple stack in class symbol cannot be applied to default constructor. Required no argument, whereas it requires one argument, which means that we can instantiate simple stack only by calling this constructor, because we have provided our own constructor, so default constructor is no more available. And here we need to pass some string, or some integer. We need to pass some integer, otherwise we cannot create object. Right, so here I say I want to create a string of size 10. Right, so say for example, if I say simple stack dot push 10 and then simple stack dot push 10 20 and then simple stack dot push 30 40 whatever value you see, and then if I say system system dot out dot println, if I say simple stack pop, you know that it will pop the top value, and presently the top value is 40. Right, so Java C simple stack demo, yeah, push and pop. Right, so you can see here I can compile it. Java C stack interface demo is are only self annotation processing. Okay, Java. Right, so you can see the top value has been popped. If I pop one more time, you know that the next value which will be popped, it will be 20. So you can see here Java C this Java. You can see 20 has been popped. Right, okay. Now this one is simple stack, which is doing nothing. It is creating a stack and then implementing my stack. Now it is not necessary that your interface is implemented only by one class. There can be multiple classes. So say for example, I have another notepad inside another notepad, right? So here I say class dynamic stack that also implements my stack, right? So my stack is this interface. So I'm going to inside dynamic stack, I'm going to implement push and pop, but this dynamic stack will say that I will never be full. I mean, as soon as you say initial size exhaust, then this stack will resize itself. This stack will double its size. Right. So here we will be implementing push differently. Although the implementation of pop will be same, but the implementation of push will be different. So here I say dynamic stack, integer, this is initial size, right? And this should have integer values initially, which is nothing, and integer top of stack, which is initially -1, right? So here we say that values equal to new integer of size, right? Okay, now once if this is done, now see void push integer value. So this push method will same way as we had in the simple stack, it will accept one value and it will try to push inside values. But here there is a slight change. The change is if the stack is full, we will not say we cannot push any further. We will rather resize the stack. We will resize the stack. So what we are going to do, we say that integer temp equal to new integer, right? Size, or maybe I should say values dot length length into 2. So we are going to create a new array which will have size which is double to the current size of values, right? And we say that for integer I equal to 0, I less than values dot length and I plus plus, we actually take all these values from the current values and keep those inside this. So we say temp at I equal to values at I. So we take all the values from value and keep those inside temp. Now we know that up to this point, temp is holding all the values that we had inside our previous stack, and the size of temp is double of the size of previous stack. But all this we will do if top of stack is equal to values dot length minus 1. We'll do it only if our stack is overflowing. If our stack is overflowing. So we say if this is already overflowing, then we actually create a new stack with the double of the previous size, right? If this happens, then we'll create a new stack, right? And in any case, now what we do, we say that after this, when all this push has been done, we say that values equal to 10. Values equal to 10. So we resize the stack and the new stack we keep inside values. We do it if stack is overflowing. But if say for example, stack is not overflowing, then in any case, we will say that values values plus top of stack equal to var. Top of stack is equal to var. So we say that do nothing. If your stack is overflowing, then resize the stack, right? We can write here a message system.out.println println. We just display a message. Stack is being resized. Just an understanding that this part of if is executing, right? Okay, so I go through it again. We receive a value. We check if our current stack is full. If it is full, we display a message, right? We get the current length of the stack, which initially might be 10 or 20. We double it. With that double length, we create a new array And in this array, we keep all the values which are being held by values, right? And then this resized array we are assigning to values. When this executes, this shows that the stack was full, so we resized it. We kind of doubled its capacity. And when this is done, we come here, we give this value to the next location. And you know, in any case, this part will be executed. If, say, for example, the stack is not overflowing, then it will directly come here. If we have got only 4 values, then at that time it will directly come here. Right. So in any case, our stack is not going to be overflow. It will always be accommodating new values. So we call this one as a dynamic stack. Pop will still be same. Pop. We do nothing. We just say that if top of stack equal to -1, which means that stack is empty. So we say system system.out.println stack is empty, right? Otherwise, we have to return from here. We have to return maybe -1 from here, -1 from here. Else we say that return values at top of stack, and then do one decrement. That's it. So this one is our dynamic stack, right? I call it dynamic stack dot Java. Dynamic stack dot Java. Right. So I hope this code is clear. The bottom line is my stack. It has been implemented by simple stack as well as by dynamic stack. But both of them have got their own version of push. Here, the push method always accommodates a new value, regardless stack is full or not. It will actually resize the stack. And this one says I can accommodate only number of values which are equal to size. I won't be resizing myself. So you can see simple stack is implemented push differently than how dynamic stack has implemented it. Right. So let's compile and see if it works. Dynamic stack. So we come here, we say Java C dynamic stack dot Java. All right. So yeah, again, you know what is the issue. Can you raise hand? Can you help me remove this error? What is this error? Yes, Amit, go ahead. Amit, go ahead.
Sir, we have to make it public. Sir, both made a pop and push.
Okay, we have to make it public. We have to make it public because inside interface, these are public, and you cannot assign more strict, access modifier. So we have to make it public. We have to make it public. CLS Java C. Now it has been compiled. Right now, let's in our main class. In our main class stack interface demo, rather creating simple stack, I'm going to create object of dynamic stack. Dynamic stack equal to new dynamic stack. Say for example, initially its size is 5. Right. What I do, I say for integer I equal to 0, I less than, say for example 5, I less than 5. I less than 5 and I plus plus. I do nothing. I every time from dynamic stack, I call push method and I push I. Right. Now you know that when we have done this push, I'm going to push one more value. Right. At this stage, our stack will be resized. Our stack will be resized. Let's check its execution. Stack interface demo. So Java C stack interface demo. Right. Okay. So Java stack interface demo. You can see here stack is resized. Stack is resized. Right. Maybe let's inside dynamic stack. We write here a method of dynamic stack which will do nothing. It will only return current size of stack. Right. So public integer get stack size. Right. And it does nothing. It only returns values dot length. Right. Because stack is actually holding values here. So if it has been resized, first time it should be 10. If second time it should be 20 and so on. So this get stack size is doing nothing. It's only returning length of the values. So I Java C dynamic stack dynamic stack.java. Okay, and here inside this, after push I system.out.println stack new size. Right, so I can call here dynamic stack dot get stack size. This is my method. I call this one here before pushing the values, right? Stack size, and then I push 5, 6 values, and then I get its a new size, right? Let's check it. Java C stack interface demo.java. Java stack interface demo. You can see here initial size is 5, resized, and the next size is 10. If you say, for example, push another 10 values, now you know you will again be resizing it, right? So let's check after this push. Java C, Java, you can see this size was 10, then it becomes 20. Right. If you reach 20, it will become 40 and so on. So here we have also implemented, along with the static stack, we have also implemented the dynamic stack, which actually resizes itself whenever it sees the number of values exhausting the stack capacity. So we can resize it. Right. But the bottom line, I mean, the learning outcome from this example is we are implementing my stack in 2 classes, and both of them are implementing push differently. So the push inside this is having one version, and inside our simple stack it was another version, right? And you know the polymorphism. If I come here, if I say, for example, remove all this, I know that I can declare a reference of my stack. My stack is my interface, so I can declare its reference. So I say my stack, right? Now it depends on what you have inside my stack. If I say new simple stack, you know that if I now push, where the method will be called from. If I say my stack dot push 10, you know that this push method will be called from simple stack, right? This one, which will not be dynamic, which will give you an error, this error, whenever your stack is going to oversize, right? But say, for example, I say that my ms equal to new dynamic stack, then same statement. This statement will not be calling method from the simple stack, rather this will be calling method from the dynamic stack. So again, you know, because we have got interface reference, and both of the classes, simple stack and dynamic stack, both of them are implementing you know, this interface. So this reference of the interface can hold object of both these classes. And you know, single interface, multiple action, single interface, multiple action, single interface, multiple action. So now you actually make more sense of this statement. single interface, multiple action. So we have single interface my stack, but multiple actions. Here push is being called from simple stack, and here push is being called from the dynamic stack. So again, it's dynamic method dispatch. Again, you can say this one is dynamic polymorphism. We have single interface and multiple actions. Clear? Any question? If you have any question, please raise your hand. Yes, Mubin, go ahead.
सर एक एप्लीकेशन तो इसकी हमारी सिंगल इंटरफेस और
Mubin, you are not audible. You have to come closer to your mic.
Am I audible now, sir?
A little bit. Go ahead.
सर एक एप्लीकेशन तो इसकी ये हो गई कि पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म अचीव हो रही है यहाँ से सिंगल इंटरफेस एंड मल्टीपल एक्शन। और सर जो दूसरा एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लास का वो है, तो मतलब जब भी हमें एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लास को इम्प्लीमेंट करना हो तो ऑलवेज हम इंटरफेस करें या एब्स्ट्रैक्ट को यूज़ करें जो एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लास के रूल्स वगैरह थे?
I mean both are okay. You can implement polymorphism in Java by using interfaces or by using abstract classes. So both of these methods are having similar kind of advantages and disadvantages. You cannot say one is better than other. But the thing is, I mean, in real life, sometimes you outline requirement for some objects. You outline requirement for some object. For example, if I say I want to outline requirement for a stack, then you say, okay, if somebody wants to be stack, then it should have these two capabilities, push and pop, right? Similarly, if I say, for example, say that I am going to declare an animal interface, right? Now, you know that in this case, we here will outline minimum requirement for an animal to be animal. For example, we say an animal should have sound, right? And an animal should have some sort of food, right? An animal should have some, what should I say? Some usage, huh? By what is the purpose of the animal, huh? Or you can simply say the purpose, the usage of the animal, right? So now, if I am going to create an object of class dog, and I say it implements animal, which means that dog claims to be an animal. Dog claims to be an animal. Now, what are the requirements for dog to be animal? The minimum requirement. Those are defined here. Dog should have sound, it should have some food, it should have some purpose. So, all these things have to be defined, right? So here I say dog is an animal. So I say for example, I need to public void sound. I need to override this method, right? System.out.println, the sound of the dog, right? Similarly, because I've got two more methods, the purpose and the food, they must also be overridden, right? So I can write a public void food of the dog, right? It will println, it will eat the meat, right? Okay, and then public void purpose, right? Purpose of the dog is usually a watchman, right? A watchman. Okay, so you can see now dog is compilable. This can be compiled, although dog can give its own method, public void. For example, a dog can also have a name, and then a dog can also have a shape or a color, or dog can also run, or dog can also run. So system dot out dot println, it can run, say for example 10 kilometer per hour. So this type of extra information that you are giving inside dog, that is completely fine. Dog dot dog. Right. So you can see here all these three methods. These are mandatory to be implemented by dog in order to become an animal. But additionally, it can define its own methods. So these three methods are overridden. They are coming from the interface, and this method is dog's own method. Right. We can now compile dog.java cls javac dog.java animal implements animal. Okay, so javac animal dot java. Do we have animal? Okay, saved? No, we have not saved it. There is another animal dot java available in my folder. So I say animal dot. So javac animal dot java. We compile it, and then we compile dog. Right. So you can see dog has been compiled. Similarly, I can have, say for example, another notepad where, say for example, I'm going to implement a horse. I'm going to implement a along with dog. I'm going to implement horse. Right. It also implements animal, so it has to have a sound. Right. So the sound of horse is this, and it eats grass, and for traveling purpose, you can use it for traveling, and it can run maybe 50 km/h, much faster than a dog. So we say this is horse.java, and now if I say javac horse.java, right? And then say for example, I have another notepad, and there I control V, and I implement Kate, right? Kate, you know the sound, meow, huh? And Kate can drink milk. Its use can be to remove lizard from home. That's why we use Kate. Huh? We think, I'm not sure we are right, कि चिपकलियां घर पे नहीं होगी अगर आपके घर पे बिल्ली है तो बेगम कहती है I'm not totally agree with that, but Kate what I've done, okay, this one done. Okay, remove lizard, milk, meow, save Kate dot, right? So I'm now going to compile Kate.java. So Kate has also been compiled. Now you can see, let's review what we have so far. We have animal. It has got these three methods. We implemented animal in Kate, and Kate implemented it in its own way, right? And then we also implemented it into horse, right? And then we also implemented it into dog, right? So in all these classes, we've got these three methods, which are the methods coming from animal, and each of these class is having run as their own method, right? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to have another notepad, and in this notepad I say class animal interface demo. right? So here I will have public static void main string arg, right? So here I say animal a, and this is going to be an array, right? And this array will have objects from all these classes. So I say dog b, dog equal to new dog. We create a dog, a horse, cat, new cat, right? So we store dog, cat, horse, right? And as we did in the previous class, implementing polymorphism, we say that we have a random class, random equal to new random. This is the class inside java.util, right? So I'm importing java.util, right? This one I call animal interface demo dot java, right? Now once if this is done, I say for integer I is equal to 0, I less than 20, and I plus plus. Every time I generate a random number, I call it index, and that random number is going to be generated by using next int, next int between 0 and 3. So we say here 3. So this will generate a random number 0, 1 or 2, right? And whichever that random number is, I keep that inside here, animal equal to a at index, So I take value from array, it could be dog or cat or horse, and I give it to animal. And every time I do nothing, I just say animal dot sound, and let's see what sound is produced. So single interface animal, and every time sound is different depending on what type of object is stored inside a, right? It could be dog, cat, or horse, right? Let's see cls java c animal interface demo, horse, cannot find symbol, okay, HORSE. Okay, random, okay, random, okay, Java, right? It has been compiled. Java animal interface demo. You can see here, meow meow, how he, how meow he. You know, randomly it is generating different sound. If I run it again, you know, it is different. Huh? First 3 times it was meow, but all first 3 times it is meow. Huh? If you run it again, you can see a different output. If you run it again, you see a different output. So every time this interface, I mean this single interface animal is taking multiple actions, sound, and that depends on runtime environment. It is exactly the interface are my eyes and my action is different. I'm going towards the door to hug my daughter if she's at the door, or maybe if it is lion, I might rush to just escape from the lion. So you know, it always depends on the runtime environment what actions we are going to take. So same, you know, the concept of polymorphism that we implemented using abstract classes and inheritance, we can also implement by using interfaces. And you are well aware, we cannot create object of animal. I mean, it is absolutely not possible to create object of animal. I cannot create object of animal. The reason is simple. This is an interface. An interface cannot be instantiated. So you can see here, it actually generates an error. This says you cannot instantiate it. Anyone is F6 and cannot be instantiated. Right. So certainly we cannot create object of an interface. I can see some questions. Amit, you go ahead.
सर हम ऐसे कर सकते हैं जैसे वो हम करते हैं जर्मन क्लास जर्मन डॉग इम्प्लीमेंट्स डॉग.
No, dog is not interface. Dog is a class. Then
Yes,
German
sir.
dog will be extending from dog. You cannot implement a class. You can extend from a class, but you cannot implement a class.
Okay, sir.
मतलब interface
yes,
जो है
Mubin.
पावरफुल टॉपिक है. तो मतलब हम इनहेरिटेंस भी अचीव कर सकते हैं, पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म भी अचीव कर सकते हैं और एब्स्ट्रैक्शन भी अचीव कर सकते हैं अगर हम इन तीनों कंबाइन करना चाहें.
बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं.
ठीक है.
बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं.
थैंक यू.
Okay, great. Guys, if you still have any question, you can ask. But you know, this is very interesting topic. You have to read it very carefully. Complete reference is a Makhan book. Read it. अगर आप रीड नहीं करेंगे ना, मैं आपको आपके रिजल्ट्स अगर बता दूं तो आपको बड़ा दुख होगा. देखिए, मैं नाम नहीं बता रहा. देखिए 9.5 स्कोर है 9.5 आउट ऑफ 20. 20 में से 4 ये आपका स्कोर है. 20 में से 7.5, 20 में से 11, 20 में से 12, 14, 10.5, 12, 8, 9, 15.5, 17, 11, 7, 18.5 ये हाईएस्ट है ना. 12, 14, 10, 1, 3, 2, 6, 16.5. सो ये रिजल्ट मेरे लिए कोई इतना इंकरेजिंग नहीं है और आप लोगों ने बिल्कुल भी एग्जाम में मजा नहीं किया. और यकीन करें जैसे जैसे मैं रिजल्ट चेक करता गया ना वैसे वैसे मेरा जो मोटिवेशन है ये कोर्स पढ़ाने का वो और डाउन होता गया है. यार जब आप लोग फेस टू फेस थे तभी भी आपकी परफॉर्मेंस इतनी बुरी थी. अब आप घर पे तो पता नहीं क्या कर रहे होंगे ना. मुझे नहीं मैं इतना कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं हूँ कि आप लोग वहां पर पढ़ रहे होंगे या कोई स्टडी के मूड में होंगे. तो ये यकीन करें मेरे लिए बड़ा डिवेस्टेटिंग है. बहुत ही ज्यादा मुझे दुख हुआ कि आप लोगों की परफॉर्मेंस इतनी बुरी है. और मैं पहले दिन से कहता आ रहा हूँ यार पढ़ोगे नहीं तो और ये कोर्स क्लियर करना आसान नहीं है. और अगले 20 साल तो मैं ही पढ़ा रहा हूँ ना IBA में जावा. तो मैं क्लियर नहीं करूंगा जब तक आप लोग खुद क्लियर नहीं करते. और इन मार्क्स से 1, 3, 4, 3 ये जो डिजिटल मार्क्स आपने उठाए इससे तो आप लोग पास नहीं होंगे. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिन्होंने 18, 18.5 भी स्कोर किया है लेकिन मेजॉरिटी समझे कि मुझे जो एवरेज स्कोर है आपकी क्लास का वो है 7.5. अब 7.5 की एवरेज के साथ बंदा क्या पढ़ा है. मतलब मुझे तो यकीन करें हम फिगरिंग आउट के कैसे आप लोगों को मैं समझाऊं कि बेटा ये एक तो कोर्स इंपॉर्टेंट है आगे चल के आपको काम आएगा और दूसरा ये कि ये ऐसे क्लियर होगा नहीं जब तक आप पढ़ेंगे नहीं. जहां पर थे नहीं पढ़ते थे अब घर पे जाके पता नहीं क्या पढ़ रहे होंगे आप लोग. तो ये थोड़ा यू नीड टू come up with some performance which can encourage me. Mubin, go ahead.
आपने मार्क्स अपलोड किए?
मार्क्स में CMS पे कर लेता हूँ क्योंकि पहले मैं सोच रहा था आपको दिखा के अपलोड करूँ लेकिन अब मैं अपलोड कर रहा हूँ ताकि आप लोगों को पता चल जाए ना. कल तक इंशाल्लाह ये हो जाएंगे अपलोड. Okay, so we have seen polymorphism with the help of Mubin, do you have any question? Okay. Okay. So we have seen the partial implementation. I mean, if a class is implementing an interface and if it is implementing some methods and leaving other methods, then that class itself should be declared as an abstract. I think ये तो point अब आपके ऊपर clear हो गया है. मानो जैसे एक और भी important point है इसी code को देखते हुए देखिए we can call sound, but if say for example I say animal dot run. What do you think? What do you think? Is this okay or not? Is this okay or not? Animal dot run. क्या ये चलेगा? क्योंकि run मेथड तो है ना, डॉग के अंदर भी है, run है डॉग के अंदर, run आपका हॉर्स के अंदर भी है, और run आपका कैट के अंदर भी है. तो अगर ये मेथड मैं यहां पर कॉल कर रहा हूं, is this okay or not? Muniba, what do you think? Muniba, what do you think? Yes, Saika, go ahead.
सर क्योंकि ये तो एनिमल में तो नहीं है,
So do you think?
लेकिन एनिमल में नहीं है, तो इसी वजह से हम नहीं.
Okay, very good, excellent. We cannot call a run method on animal, as Saika says. The reason is inside animal we've got these three methods. These are being overridden. You can call one of these three methods, but you cannot call run. You cannot call run because animal does not know about run. There are some animal who cannot run. Horse can run, cat can run, dog can run. So yes, they can run. But then there are some animals who cannot run. So we say on animal interface, you cannot call run method. That will be an error. So this statement will cause an error. You can see here, yes, Java C animal interface, run method run is unavailable. You can see we cannot call run method. Right, that's good. So we are clear how to implement polymorphism by using interfaces. We are also clear if some class is giving partial implementation of an interface, then that interface itself should be declared, that class itself should be declared abstract, otherwise it cannot be compiled. We can have nested interfaces. I mean, we can have an interface inside a class, member of another class or member of another interface. For example, yes, that's quite possible. Yeah, let me close all these notepads. Okay, close all windows. Yeah, save it. I'm going to open another notepad. Here we see how nested interfaces work. So if say for example, I have a class, my class, and inside my class, I have got an integer, say for example, value, which is initially 10. And this interface, and this class may have a method, public void show value, and this is doing nothing except displaying this value, right? So we say value equal to plus value. We do nothing, just display the value, right? And then it has got an interface. Its name is my interface, right? Now this interface is going to declare an integer, maybe void show void, maybe I can call it my method. This is nothing, just for understanding, a simple method, my method, right? And then after this, class can continue its more functionality, void get, maybe I say set value right? Somebody will call this method, provide a value, and that value we set to value, right? Value equal to val. Simple. So you can see here, now this my interface is inside my class, right? And very usually it has got its own public static void main string arg. It has its own main method as well, right? It has main method, and main method is doing nothing. Main method is going to call this static method, and this static method is accessing this static value, right? So this one is my class dot java, right? So what I'm going to do here, I say show value. I can do this because show value is static, and I can call a static method from within main method. And this static method is doing nothing. It is only displaying a static member variable, right? So let's compile and run this code. Java C my class dot Java my class, right? Now you can see we had this interface which is inside my class. Now if we have got a class, a notepad, if we have got a class, maybe my class 2, which implements my class dot my interface, which means that I'm going to implement the interface which is inside my class, right? And certainly, because this interface is having one abstract method, so it has to give implementation of my method. So I can write here public void my method, and I can write here system.out.println my method implementation. Simple. I mean, I'm going to give implementation of my method. Now you can see my class 2 dot Java. So here we say Java C my class 2 dot Java. My class implements. The keyword is implements, not implement. Java C. You can see that's done. If you want to implement an interface which is defined inside another class, then that should be prefixed by the class name. If I directly say implement my interface, then you know that won't be accessible. That won't be accessible. You can see here. Now the name of the interface is not only my interface. The name of interface is my class dot my interface. So you can see this will raise an error. My class is not abstract and does not override. I think there is another my interface. There is another my, yeah. Let me delete or remove star dot class. Remove or delete star dot class. I'm going to delete all class file. Now you can see Java C my class dot Java. It says my class is not abstract and does not override abstract method show value in my interface. Show value my method. I think there is another my interface which is created here. Remove. Okay, delete. Delete all class file. Okay, delete my. Let me call my interface. My interface.java. Okay, now it should be okay. Now we should see the error which I wanted to generate. You can see my interface cannot be found. My interface cannot be found. But if I prefix it with you need to understand what was the issue earlier. आपके साथ भी ये हो सकता है ना. देखिए my interface के नाम से ऑलरेडी मेरी मशीन पे ना एक फाइल पड़ी हुई थी. तो मैं चाह रहा था कि ये माई इंटरफेस ढूंढे क्लास के अंदर, लेकिन उसको माई इंटरफेस मेरी मशीन पर ऑलरेडी मिल रही थी, तो इस वजह से पहले वो ये वाला एरर नहीं आ रहा था। लेकिन अगर आप दायरा माई इंटरफेस इंप्लीमेंट करना चाहते हैं जो कि इनसाइड माई क्लास है, तो यू नीड टू प्रीफिक्स इट विद द क्लास नेम। नाउ दिस शुड बी ओके। You can see अब ये implement हो गया। You can see now it has been implemented. So in a way you can say interface when it is declared inside the class, it is by default static. ये static है क्योंकि आप देख रहे हैं कि मैं क्लास के नाम से इसको एक्सेस कर रहा हूँ, मैं इसको क्लास के नाम से एक्सेस कर रहा हूँ। अगर मैं इसको क्लास के नाम से एक्सेस कर रहा हूँ, इट मीन्स के आपका ये वाला इंटरफेस इनसाइड द क्लास है, लेकिन ये है स्टैटिक। आप इसको क्लास के नाम से ही एक्सेस कर सकते हैं। तो यू कैन हैव अ नेस्टेड इंटरफेस व्हिच इज एन इंटरफेस डिक्लेयर्ड इनसाइड अनदर क्लास और इनसाइड अनदर इंटरफेस। ये भी पॉसिबल है कि इंटरफेस के अंदर इंटरफेस हो, यानी कि नेस्टेड इंटरफेस। ओके, इस टाइप का एग्जांपल आपने देख लिया है। वेरिएबल इंटरफेस के अंदर आपको पता है कि फाइनल होते हैं, आप उनको मॉडिफाई नहीं कर सकते हो। Interface can be extended from another interface. This is very important. See here, if I say, if you remember, we created animal. हमने एनिमल का ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया था, एनिमल का इंटरफेस बनाया था, ओपन एनिमल, ये हमने इंटरफेस बनाया था, ठीक है। ओके, नाउ व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, I say notepad, we say for example interface mammal that extends from animal, right? That extends from animal. So you can see here we have a mammal interface which extends from animal. I mean interface inheritance. A class can inherit from another class, an interface can also inherit from another interface, right? So here if it is a mammal, so it must have its own capability. So say for example public void, which method do we have in mammal? Say for example it says void, I can write here inside mammal, we say the breed of that mammal, say for example, right? So this is again an abstract method, mammal.java, right? Now any class which implements, say for example, any class which implements animal, it should give implementation of only these three methods. But if there is a class which implements mammal, then it must give implementation of not only these three methods, but also this fourth method. So you will have to say that if you are implementing mammal, you will have to give implementation of animal also. And that makes sense. I mean, if you want to be a mammal, then you need to have all the capabilities of animal. You cannot be mammal without being an animal, right? So an interface can inherit from another interface. And if you're implementing such an interface, then it is your responsibility to give implementation for all the methods which are in the drive interface as well as in the base interface, right? So this is quite important to understand. Mubin, go ahead, you can ask question. Yes, Mubin, go ahead.
सर ये कॉन्सेप्ट समझ नहीं आया, क्या आप रिपीट करेंगे?
हाँ, yes, sure, why not? See here, जिस तरह से एक क्लास दूसरी क्लास से इनहेरिट होती है, वैसे ही एक इंटरफेस दूसरे इंटरफेस से इनहेरिट हो सकता है। जैसे कि मैंने भी यहाँ पर मेमल लिखा है और ये मेमल इनहेरिट हो रहा है एनिमल से, ठीक है। अच्छा, इनहेरिट हुआ, इसने अपना एक मेथड दे दिया ब्रीड, यानी कि भाई कोई भी अगर मेमल को इंप्लीमेंट करेगा तो वो बताएगा कि उसकी ब्रीड क्या है, राइट? लेकिन अब मेमल के अंदर सिर्फ ब्रीड नहीं है, मेमल के अंदर वो सारे के सारे मेथड्स भी हैं जो कि एनिमल के अंदर है, which मीन्स के अब कोई भी क्लास अगर मेमल को इम्प्लीमेंट कर रही है तो उसको 4 मेथड्स की इम्प्लीमेंटेशन देनी है, एक मेमल का अपना और 3 मेथड आ रहे हैं एनिमल से। इट मीन्स कि अब ए को, ये जो क्लास ए है, इसको 4 मेथड्स इम्प्लीमेंट करके देने हैं। जाहिर है वाइस वर्सा अप्लाई नहीं होता है। अगर हम एनिमल की बात करें तो इसमें आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ एनिमल के जो 3 मेथड है उनकी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन देनी है, ब्रीड की इम्प्लीमेंटेशन देने की जरूरत नहीं है। सो देयर कैन बी इनहेरिटेंस अमंग इंटरफेसेस एज वेल। क्लास एक और क्लास से इनहेरिट हो सकता है और इंटरफेस भी दूसरे इंटरफेस से इनहेरिट हो सकता है। और इंटरफेसेस के अंदर बाय डिफॉल्ट आपको पता है कि मेथड्स एब्स्ट्रैक्ट होते हैं, तो आपको उनकी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन देनी है। क्लियर है?
सर यहाँ
यस यस
यहाँ
मुबीन।
ऐसा हो रहा है जैसे हम कैटेगरीज डिफाइन करते हैं, जैसे एनिमल है, अब उसकी जो बेसिक प्रॉपर्टीज होती हैं वो मैमल के लिए अलग होती हैं थोड़ी सी, तो हम एनिमल ने डिफाइन कर लिया, फिर मैमल, रेप्टाइल, तो इस तरह से हम कैटेगरीज डिफाइन करके उसको इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं।
बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं, बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं। वो जो इनहेरिटेंस वाला रिलेशनशिप हमने देखा था वही हम यहाँ पर इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे। तो वो जो ब्रॉड चीजें हैं एनिमल की वो हम रखेंगे एनिमल में, लेकिन वो जो स्पेसिफिक है मेमल की वो हम रखेंगे मेमल में, और वो जो स्पेसिफिक है रेप्टाइल की वो हम रखेंगे रेप्टाइल। क्योंकि मैंने आपसे कहा ना कि ये जो ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग है ये है कुछ भी नहीं सिवाय रियल वर्ल्ड को सिमुलेट करने की। बड़ी कॉमन सेंस सी चीजें है ना कि भाई आपको एनिमल के अंदर कौन से मेथड रखने चाहिए, वो सारे के सारे मेथड जो कि सारे एनिमल में कॉमन है, लेकिन वो मेथड जो कि सिर्फ और सिर्फ रेप्टाइल के हैं या जो कि सिर्फ और सिर्फ मेमल के हैं, तो वो मेथड आपको एनिमल में नहीं रखने चाहिए। क्योंकि अगर डॉग एनिमल को इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहा है और वो उसमें लिख रहा है कि उसको स्विम करना है, तो जाहिर है वो तो ओवरराइड नहीं कर पाएगा। डॉग कैन नॉट स्विम, दैट डज नॉट मीन डॉग इज नॉट एन एनिमल, डॉग इज एन एनिमल। सो जो एनिमल को एनिमल होने के लिए जो बुनियादी चीजें हैं वो हम रखेंगे एनिमल के इंटरफेस में, लेकिन जो बड़ी स्पेसिफिक चीजें हैं जो कि कुछ एनिमल्स में है वो हम रखेंगे ज़ाहिर उनका जो अपना इंटरफेस है उसके अंदर। लेकिन इंटरफेस की ब्यूटी ये है कि आपने अगर एक बार इंटरफेस डिक्लेयर कर लिया और आपने अपने साथी को कहा कि आपको ये वाला इंटरफेस इंप्लीमेंट करना है, तो आपने इसको जैसे वर्क असाइन कर लिया। आपने कह दिया कि भाई इस इंटरफेस के अंदर 6 मेथड्स हैं, आपको ये 6 मेथड इंप्लीमेंट करने हैं। अब अगर उसने 5 करके छठा नहीं किया तो ज़ाहिर कोड कंपाइल नहीं होगा। कोड कंपाइल तब होगा जब सारे के सारे मेथड्स ओवरराइड करेंगे।
सर ये हम इनहेरिटेंस से अचीव नहीं कर सकते थे ना कैटेगरीज वाइज?
बिल्कुल आप कर सकते हैं, लेकिन एक चीज जो इनहेरिटेंस में आप नहीं कर सकते हैं वो है मल्टीपल इनहेरिटेंस। अब अगर आप किसी क्लास के अंदर आप अगर मल्टीपल क्लासेस से उसको इनहेरिट तो नहीं कर सकते हैं, लेकिन उसके अंदर आप मल्टीपल इंटरफेस इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं। जैसे मैंने आपसे कहा ना कि अगर आपकी ये क्लास ए है तो ये इंप्लीमेंट कर सकती है एनिमल को भी, और ये इंप्लीमेंट कर सकती है मिसाल के तौर पे लिविंग थिंग्स को भी। और इस तरह से अगर 2 इंटरफेसेस बने हुए हैं तो इन दोनों को इंप्लीमेंट कर सकती है। मतलब ए कैन नॉट बी सब क्लास ऑफ 2 सुपर क्लासेस, बट ए कैन इंप्लीमेंट 2 इंटरफेसेस। तो ये बात ध्यान में रख ले। तो ये जो मल्टीपल इनहेरिटेंस का जो एडवांटेज है वो अचीव करने के लिए जावा ने इंटरफेसेस को इंट्रोड्यूस करवाया हुआ है। ओके, बाय द वे, व्हाई देयर आर ओनली 6 स्टूडेंट्स? मतलब नॉलेज इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, ये अगर मैं अटेंडेंस लगाऊं तो सब आएंगे। मुशाहिद, व्हाट डू यू थिंक, व्हाई देयर आर नॉट मेनी स्टूडेंट्स, व्हाई देयर इज नो इंटरेस्ट इन द क्लास? मुशाहिद,
यस सर।
बच्चे कहाँ हैं भाई? सिर्फ 6 बच्चे हैं, क्यों?
सर पता नहीं।
मतलब क्यों पता नहीं, सिर्फ 6 स्टूडेंट क्लास के अंदर। साइका, व्हाट डू यू थिंक? Yes, Muskan. Yes, Muskan, you can unmute.
सर एक्चुअली ना उधर हमारी क्लास के जो बच्चे हैं ना सीनियर्स, उनकी प्रेजेंटेशन चल रही है, इस
अच्छा,
वजह से शायद वो सब लीव करके गए हैं।
ओके। अमित, व्हाट डू यू से?
सर बहुत सारे बच्चे सर यूट्यूब पे अपनी वीडियो देखते हैं और बहुत सारे ने विड्रॉ भी कर लिया है, तो इसलिए रेशो कम हो गया है।
विड्रा तो यार टोटल मेरे पास बच्चे हैं कोई 95, तो उसमें से 10 बच्चों ने ड्रॉप किया है, विड्रा किया है।
और अभी सर वो उनका पेपर जो था ना वो रिकाउंट के लिए चेक किया था, तो अभी और रिक्वेस्ट आएंगी मेरे हिसाब से। और
Any-
सर बहुत सारे जो प्रेफर करते हैं, जैसे मीर हुसैन है, वो बलोचिस्तान का, मैंने उसको पूछा आप क्लास अटेंड क्यों नहीं करते, तो वो बोला मैं वीडियो देखता हूँ यूट्यूब पे, क्लास में बार बार वॉइस स्लो हो जाती है।
अच्छा, समझ आ रहा है। वैसे मैं जो यहाँ से इतनी नॉन स्टॉप कर रहा होता हूँ, अमित समझ आता है? मुस्कान, मुस्कान समझ में आता है ये जो इतना सारा हम पढ़ रहे होते हैं यहाँ से?
जी सर समझ में आता है।
कितनी बार
ये
देख
सर
एक
बीच में ये यहाँ पे कट हो जाती है ना, तो बाद में देखने से ज्यादा समझ में आता है, क्योंकि अभी बार बार नेट डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाती है, आवाज कटती है बीच बीच में।
अच्छा, सही सही। लेकिन क्या मेरी वीडियोस जो पड़ी हुई यूट्यूब पे थ्रू LMS आपके लिए यूजफुल है? अमित, यूजफुल है ये वीडियोस? देखते हैं या पागलों की तरह ही मैं अपलोड करता जा रहा हूँ? व्हाट डू यू थिंक अमित?
ये सर बहुत यूजफुल है सर, जैसे अभी कोई कॉन्सेप्ट वगैरह आगे पीछे हो जाता है ना, तो सर वहाँ पे यूट्यूब में गो थ्रू करता हूँ, और बुक तो मतलब नेसेसरी है जैसे आपने बोला हुआ है।
बहरहाल एक और भी चीज मैं आपको बता दूं।
सर मतलब आपकी वीडियो देखते हैं पहले, आपका अटेंड कर लेक्चर, उसके बाद ही बुक समझ आती है,
अच्छा।
देन बुक इजीली बहुत कवर हो जाती है आसानी से, वरना बुक ऐसे डायरेक्ट पहले गो थ्रू करे ना तो वो बिल्कुल ऊपर जाता है।
बहरहाल एक बात ध्यान में रख लें, एक एक टॉपिक जो मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ वो उसकी आपको ना 3 वीडियो मिलेंगी। एक वीडियो जो आपकी क्लास की है, और एक वीडियो जो कि सेक्शन सी के लिए मैं अलग से रिकॉर्ड करता हूँ, वो अलग से मैं क्लास लेता हूँ। तो काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें अगर आपको इस वाले क्लास में समझ में ना आए तो वो वाली वीडियो देखा करें। यूट्यूब पे जाएंगे ना तो वो सीक्वेंस वाइज पड़ी हुई मेरे चैनल के ऊपर। अच्छा, अगर इन दो से भी समझ ना आए तो लास्ट ईयर की जो मेरी रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो एनी टॉपिक्स के ऊपर वो भी पड़ी हुई है, वो रिकॉर्डेड है, वो जूम नहीं है, वो मैंने अलग से रिकॉर्डिंग करके रखी थी। उनमें स्टूडेंट्स नहीं है, उनमें मैं अनइंटरप्टेड टॉपिक समझा रहा हूँ ना। तो अगर आप मेरे YouTube के चैनल पे जाएंगे तो ये जो टॉपिक मैं कवर कर रहा हूँ ये रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो अलग से भी पड़ी हुई है ना, तो आप वो देख सकते हैं। बुक तो हमेशा आपके लिए अवेलेबल है ही है, लेकिन यह मुझे है परेशानी कि आप लोग प्रैक्टिस इतनी नहीं कर रहे हैं कि आप लोग ना ये कोर्स क्लियर कर पाए। और ये कोर्स क्लियर किए बगैर आप आगे बढ़ नहीं पाएंगे। और अगले 20 साल, क्योंकि मैं रिटायर नहीं हो रहा यहाँ से, तो मैं ही पढ़ा रहा हूँगा, तो कैसे आप लोगों को डिग्री मिलेगी? ये मैं उनके लिए बोल रहा हूँ जो आगे चल के ये यूट्यूब पे वीडियो देखेंगे, जो क्लास में पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करते हैं। और स्कोर जब मैं असेसमेंट करता हूँ तो है 3 या 4 या 5। I don't know okay, what are their expectation, but if they are expecting that they'll pass course by this way, absolutely no possibility. पढ़ना पड़ेगा। Okay, so interface could be extended, and then we okay default interface method। ये बात ध्यान में रख लें कि previously there was absolute requirement that if you got a method in the interface, then it was only abstract. I mean, you needed to give its implementation inside the class. But after JDK 8 or JDK 9, they started to give a concept of default method, which means that if you are going to implement a method, okay, otherwise you will get default implementation. Otherwise, you will get a default implementation. So the default implementation can be a kind of empty body. You can see here, you default interface method, default interface methods. So you can see here, there was this possibility. This gate number is abstract, but this one is, default implementation, the gate string method. So you can see if somebody is implementing my interface, and if he is not giving implementation of gate string, it can still be okay for them. For them, this default implementation will be available. So you will use keyword default, and then with default keyword, you can give the default implementation. Right. I stop this lecture here. We'll resume it again next Friday. I'm not sure face-to-face or again online, but we'll move to exception handling then. So if you still have any confusion, you can raise the hand. Yeah, you can raise hand. Yes, Mubin.
सर आपने स्टार्टिंग में मुझे कॉल किया था और मैं अर्जेंटली चले गया था। वैसे मैंने 12 बजे ऑन किया था तो मैं अर्जेंटली चले गया था। सर आप अमित के लिए बोल रहे थे?
क्या कह रहे हैं?
सर मेरे ग्रुप प्रोजेक्ट के जो मेंबर हैं उन्होंने विड्रॉ कर दिया है, तो मैं भी अकेले काम करूंगा। तो अमित का भी यही कॉन्सेप्ट है, तो अगर मैं और अमित साथ हो जाए,
हो जाओ, साथ हो जाओ।
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू सर।
ठीक है, ठीक। Okay, thank you guys. I will upload this recording and hopefully next week अगर हम face to face हुए तो सही है, नहीं तो फिर हम दोबारा यहीं पर होंगे। Thank you, bye bye.